CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to Stand for Truth with the host of Stand for Truth Radio, Susan Knowles.
How are you? Good to see everybody. Hey, Big Al, how are you? How is everybody on YouTube, Las Vegas? Gal, Marianne, how are you? Freebird, hello. How is everybody doing? Good morning. Hey, Rhonda, Chicago Pops. How is everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day. Ruthie. Good morning. Hey, Spencer, how are you? Spencer, I think so far YouTube is back up and running. How is everybody? Ruth, good morning. Barbara, hello, hello. Good to see everybody. I'm going to go ahead while we're having people still coming in. I'm going to read a verse for you in the Bible, Psalm 30. The blessedness of answered prayer. I will extol you, O Lord, for you have lifted me up and have not let my foes rejoice over me. O Lord my God, I cried out to you and you healed me. O Lord, you brought my soul up from the grave. You have kept me alive that I should not go down in the pit. Hey Shannon, how are you? Sing praise to the Lord, you saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holy name. For his anger is but a moment, his favor is for life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Now in my prosperity I said, I shall never be moved. Lord, by your favor you have made my mountain and made my mountain stand strong. You hid your face, and I was troubled. I cried out to you, O Lord, and to the Lord I made supplications. What profit is there in my blood when I go down into the pit? Will that dust praise you? Will it declare your truth? Hear, O Lord, and have mercy on me, Lord. Be my helper. You have turned for me my mourning into dancing. You have put off my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness, to the end that my glory may sing praise to you and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks to you forever. Hey, Shauna. Amen. Hey, Mark. Just watching the cold. Hey, Spencer. All right. Amen, amen. I have YouTube up and running, and I've scared everybody off from YouTube now. So I think they're afraid to come back and try it. Hey, Lori, how are you? Hey, Catherine. Debbie, hello. How is everybody? All right. So I wanted to, I know, Shauna, it's like, wow. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Hey, Catherine. Quick update on Kate. First, the good news. Kate went home for Christmas Eve, and she was able to be with her family. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. There is some really sad news in regards to Kate. Hey, Cully. Kate, going through this whole ordeal, has now been diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. They think, from what I'm understanding, is they think that perhaps her pregnancy sort of exacerbated everything. I know. And they didn't even know if she had no signs or symptoms or anything else. And I know. So if you could continue to pray for her and her family, what she's going to be going through for the next, who knows how long with treatment. But please continue to pray for Kate, if you will, and share this with everybody so everybody who watches this scope can also pray for Kate and her family. So I wish I had better news. I was hoping she got to go home and everything would be okay. I know. Pray for her for sure. Absolutely. I know. She can win. She has come this far. Hopefully, absolutely. Hey, Jargy. Is it Gargy? Don't know how to pronounce it. Your first day on Periscope. Welcome. So, anyway, I wish there were better news. Some breaking news, some good news. The Dow is up, opened up 40 points as the stocks opened higher on the second day. So that's good news. Everything is still going according to plan as far as the stock market and things that we're doing there. Did anybody see the list of what President Trump has done over 2017? Did anybody see that list? Because I want to go over a few things that he did, because people are always saying, well, what did he do? What did he do? Hey, Kim, good to see you. So I want you to know some amazing things that he has done. Some you know, some you may not know. Passage of the tax reform bill providing $5.5 billion in cuts. Increase of the GDP above 3% without hurricanes. That's easily 3.9 to 4%. Did you post it on your site? No, I didn't, Ruthie. Creation of 2 million plus new jobs, cutting unemployment to 4.1%, lowest in 17 years. Dow Jones reached record high after record high, 80 plus and counting. A rebound in economic confidence to a 17-year high. A new executive order to boost apprenticeships. Move to boost computer sciences and education. Prioritizing women-owned businesses for some $500 million in SBA loans. Let's see. Withdrew from the Obama-era Paris Climate Agreement. Signed an executive order cutting the time for infrastructure permit approvals. Made good on his campaign promise to withdraw from the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Made good on his promise to move the embassy to Jerusalem. Recognizing Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. Worked to promote the sale of U.S. products aboard. Ended Obama's deal with Cuba. EPA is reconsidering Obama's rules on methane emissions, protecting the U.S. homeland, boosted the arrest of illegals. I mean, I came up with 3 to 4 full pages of all the stuff that he's done. It's been absolutely amazing. And it just keeps going. Nominated 73 federal judges and won his nomination of Neil Gorsuch, ordered ethical standards including a lobbying ban, ordered an overhaul to modernize the digital government, called for a full audit of the Pentagon. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It does. I think there's actually, I've got 4 or 5 pages. I could be here all day just reading what he's done. And I think maybe that's what we should do. Hey, Ranger Black. I think that's what we should do one day. When it's a federal holiday, just come on and read these one right after the other. Chosen to be president by God, I believe. I believe that too, Ruthie. I've said that. He had so much against him. Hey, Jerry, that there's no way he would have won without God. Why does Trump and Ivanka still manufacture their goods in China? Well, there are a lot of people who do that hidden. I mean, they may be bringing it back to the U.S., but, I mean, did you ask that of everybody else who's over in China? It goes on and on. Yes. And they hate him for it. Absolutely, Barbara. There's nothing he can do, no matter how good it is, that they wouldn't be criticized for it. So, And also, when you're manufacturing stuff over in China, we're not saying everybody has to come back to the United States and nobody can manufacture over in China. Will you post a list so we can print it? I'll try to do that. I'll try to go back and find it. Hey, Sam, how are you? Contacts to begin with. Second, they are usually American companies working there. Yeah. I mean, you can, there are companies that are in Mexico, companies in China, and everywhere else. Contracts, right. And they still have contracts, and it is cheaper, but again, I think a lot of people will be moving back. I buy what I can at the best price, Cully said. Yep, that's true, Cully. That's what most people do. Israel, Trump. I know. What do you want to be called? Escos? Yeah, they want to do that, the Trump train in Israel. This is only 1 year. One, just imagine what would be done in the next, yeah, 4 to 8 years. Yeah, he could do more. He could do a lot more than that if they would just get out of his way on the right, on the left. I also saw AT&T had laid off 1,000 workers after the big bonus PR scam. Disgusted. Also, I know a hospital in San Diego is laying off about 15,000 medical workers, all due to the Obamacare. Thank you very much. Unable to keep these people employed. Not sure who was it. Yeah. So that's pretty amazing. Hey, Kitty, how are you? So 15,000 people, 15,000 workers at a single hospital is really bad. Employees in poor nations are going to try and work for someone for food on the table, blame their government. Yeah. Oh, you're still sick. Oh, no. Everybody coming in, if you came in late, I did an update on Kate, so you may want to go back and watch the replay after this so that you can get that. Um, in California, I think the minimum wage now is going to go up to $11 an hour. Nope, Trump's not going anywhere, sweetheart. Hey, Elephant Girl, good morning. How are you? Love to see Trump at the grand opening of the Trump train in Israel. That would be great, Holly. I'm sure Trump to be blamed. Yeah, of course Trump's going to be blamed for the layoffs. Just like Obama took credit for the GDP going up and unemployment going down after President Trump had been in office for a year. So of course they'll take the good and claim it to be theirs, but not the bad, which is ridiculous. There's some good news in Des Moines, Iowa. I see my small business employer has bought hundreds of machines back from China, creating dozens of jobs. Good for him. Wherever he can create jobs, very good. The Trump train is, nope, it's picking up steam, sweetheart. You can go steam somewhere else. So, in the women in the Quad Cities in Des Moines will no longer have access to local abortion services after Friday. The Planned Parenthood organization there will be closing its clinic because of cuts in state financing. The clinic is the only abortion provider in the Quad Cities in a place called Bettendorf, which is Iowa's third largest metropolitan area. The closures were blamed on the legislature's decision to effectively cut off $2 million in Medicaid money Planned Parenthood of the Heartland used to receive to provide birth control services. So the closest city offering abortions will now be 60 miles away. So Iowa did it. I'm surprised that a court didn't stop them from doing it, but they did it. Yep. I swear, everybody didn't go to YouTube today because they thought it wasn't going to work, and now it's working and nobody's on YouTube. Cannot win. Cannot win. According to the Pew report, a study that was done recently, the media is 3 times tougher on Trump than they were on Obama. I'm sure that's a shocker to you. 3 times tougher. Wonder why that is. And you'll be glad to know that Facebook is going to be ending its fake news screening system. Remember how they were going to put like a check mark, a red check mark next to something, or a red flag? Yeah, only 3. I know, Marianne. I think that they should try to recalculate that. I'm sure it's more like 5 or 6 times. I love CNN got trunk gated. A white box truck ruined their camera shot through bushes of Trump golfing. Yeah. You know, it's funny also that the only time they're worried, actually, Trump train, only worried about playing golf. Yep, they discovered it draws more clicks. That's right, Punch. Because everybody's like, oh, really? I want to read that. Then what are you trying to hide from me? But they're only concerned now about President Trump playing golf. They were never concerned about Obama playing golf ever. Invited followers, thank you. When Obama was out there playing golf, first of all, they wouldn't report on it. They would never say when he was doing it. And no matter how many times he did it, you never knew how many times it was. But now, all of a sudden, when the president's on vacation at his home playing golf, that's a problem. Did anybody hear the news about Roy Moore? Anybody hear that this morning? CNN WB guy said it was his duty to follow Trump 24/7. Well, that's great. Hey, Gary, good to see you. Is there a problem with him playing golf? Not for me. Apparently it is for the media. Trump tweeted over 50 times about Obama golfing, but Trump's not the media. Good morning, Gary. Hopefully you can see it today. Everything's up and running, so hopefully it's looking good. Yes, he's another Hillary. Hugh is also here. Oh, great. Hey, Hugh. More on more. Yep. Roy Moore is filing, well, he already filed an election complaint yesterday complaining voter fraud. Purpose is to delay certification of the election results until thorough investigation can be done. He cited also 3 election integrity experts who say with a reasonable degree of statistical and mathematical certainty the election fraud occurred and noted irregularities in 20 precincts alone that could reverse the result of the election. Now, the official in Alabama says, I don't care. We're going to go ahead and certify the election. So that's supposed to be done later today. So they don't care that Roy Moore has filed a lawsuit claiming fraud. They're going ahead and making Doug Jones the next senator. What do you think about that? What's your opinion on what Alabama is choosing to do? You think it's good he didn't win? Okay. And why is that? There are a lot of people who think that it's a good thing he didn't win. And there are other people just as strongly who believe that he should have won and he did win. Yeah. Ruthie says, oh, well. Yeah. I guess here's the opinion I'm of. If there is voter fraud, Rhonda says, no surprise. If there is voter fraud, we need to find that out. Hey, Josette, good day. Realize all Roy Moore accusers are silent. Imagine that. Yep, I know, Josette. With his past, he shouldn't be in office. And what is his past? Because if you're talking about the allegations of sexual misconduct, that has not been proven. And also, from reports that I've seen, supposedly Roy Moore took a polygraph test and found that all the allegations of sexual misconduct were erroneous. Makes him look more of a kook kid and said, who is certifying the election? Is it a Democrat? Probably. Polygraphs aren't reliable, but I bet you would say you would want a polygraph. I bet you anything that you've asked for a polygraph for people when you've heard something. I think they should continue to investigate voter fraud either way. Absolutely, Lori. They absolutely should. Hey, Chris, good to see you. It is funny how some people are saying, well, polygraphs aren't reliable, but they're the same people who want a polygraph test anytime something like this comes out. Hey, Monique, good to see you. One Fred, it's about time that you got here. What's the temperature where everybody's at? I hate to tell you, but the high yesterday here was about 81. Yeah, you'd like to see Hillary take a polygraph test, right? He should have done a poly before election. See, I told you, Hutch, you wanted a poly. 82 degrees, 6 degrees, 16. Good Lord. Yeah, but I'm telling you, I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. Every time anything like this happens, most people are out there saying, okay, give him a polygraph test. And then when he doesn't want to get a polygraph test, then all of a sudden it's like, well, then if he does take it, well, polygraphs aren't that reliable. Okay, which one is it then? Quit calling for one if you don't think they're reliable. 32, Burr. Ugh. Bob says 35 here in Central Texas. Wow. I know, Hutch. It is so true. If he's failed poly, he'd have said, yeah, exactly. New York Eve will be coldest since 1917. Eat that, Al Gore. Jerry said 6 degrees in Ohio, 30. Oh my gosh. Nobody who knows that they aren't reliable and shouldn't be used would say to use them. Yeah, I've heard many people say do it. Little hippie for San Diego, haha, 69 degrees in my house. Did you see the snow in Pennsylvania? Oh my gosh. 6 degrees in Indiana, Monique said. Minus 21 degrees Celsius, Gary said, in Canada. The whole nation is freezing. So we should just ignore the allegations. No. You don't ignore allegations, but you don't condemn somebody, H, when there's not proof. There's no proof. Nothing has, everybody, including you, including me, including everybody, has a right to face their accusers and question them. And you shouldn't be condemned until there's proof. Going down to 55 on Saturday night, Jerry said. Wow. Beautiful and sunny in Arizona. Canada, wow, that's too cold. I know. That's minus 5.8 degrees Fahrenheit, Gary said. And mumble women speaking out. Multiple. It doesn't matter. You can get a whole bunch of women speaking out. You can pay off a lot of people, too. Because there were allegations that Gloria Allred's daughter tried to pay somebody $750,000 to come out and speak out against President Trump. I mean, come on. Yeah, Gloria, well, at least Gloria's daughter supposedly does, allegedly. It doesn't matter how many people. If you're a popular person, you can find a whole bunch of people that are going to make up lies. And everybody is entitled to due process. We all know these allegations against Moore and Trump were drummed up by a left wing which has no boundaries, Spencer said. Yep. Joy Vila, well, it's not looking so good. I saw a video this morning that was allegedly Joy Vila at a party and looked like she was having a good time, and men were getting smacked on the behind, let's just say, and that seemed to be okay. So your take on it. Here's my take, and I said this yesterday. From the very, that was consensual. But if it's a problem with somebody smacking somebody on the butt, why would you be doing it? And also, that was a male who had his back turned to her. If it was consensual, I didn't see him give her permission to do that. Hey, Johnny, good to see you. My take on her is this. When she showed up in a MAGA dress, I had never seen her before, never heard of her before. She came out of the blue. It seemed to me to be a very attention-getting thing to do. And it worked for her. So to see that and say, oh, wow, she's on Donald Trump's side, no, I didn't think that. And she's also a Scientologist claiming to be a Christian, according to some people, and her friend Kaya Jones, who felt very deceived by that. From my understanding, she voted for Bernie Sanders. So I don't know how you're a Trump supporter when you're not even in the same ballpark. If you're voting for an independent or a Democrat, how are you now saying that you are a Donald Trump supporter? Funny, no one questioned her until she explored running for Congress. I didn't even know about her at all until she came out in the MAGA dress. So, I mean, I don't think anybody could question her before because probably nobody knew about her. Many ex-Bernie people voted for Trump. Well, that's good. And they're not wearing MAGA dresses, and they're not trying to run for Congress that I know of. And if they go to run for Congress, then I'm going to investigate what they're doing too. Yeah, I didn't know her before then. Is Scientology classed as a religion? I don't know. They say it is. I have no idea. I know it's not a Christian religion. That's all I need to know for myself. But I don't really care that she's a Scientologist. It doesn't have anything to do with me. I don't have anything to do with Scientology, so it doesn't bother me. I'm a Christian, so she can do whatever she wants. But I don't care what candidate is going to run for office. If I have an interest in that candidate, I'm going to do research on that candidate and find out more about them. I don't know what her qualifications are for Congress. Good to see you too, Veritas. Like, what is she saying her background is that would make her a great candidate for Congress? The fact that she's a singer? Okay, well, that's probably not somebody that I'm going to vote for Congress. I would want to see somebody who, that's weird, Rhonda. I'd want to see somebody that has had some experience, whether it's several degrees, 1 degree, maybe an attorney, something like that. Thanks, Marianne. So, I don't see, just because maybe she's popular, she wants to be in Congress. How does anyone know how she voted? I don't know, Rhonda. I think maybe she said that's how she voted. I think there was some posting that she did. Yeah, not sure she is a good candidate, but man, the hate towards her is crazy. I don't hate her, Hutch, from myself. I don't hate her. I just, to me, it seems like some of the things that she's doing are questionable. So I don't, for me personally, I don't like fake. Yeah. I just don't like fake. I mean, if, there are other people who are now running for Congress and they're cutting their hair and they're not wearing the wife beater shirts that they used to have on, what they call them. And I don't understand that. If it was okay for you to look like that before, why are you now changing the way you look and who you are to run for Congress? If I ran for Congress, you would see me exactly the same way I am right now, and I would be telling you the same thing. Josette said, Joy Villa, these people are a sideshow. The people around Lotus had to screen who they allow in their inner circle, just saying because there are a lot of sheep in wolves' clothing. That's true, Josette. She thought deleting her post got rid of evidence, but the posts were able to be retrieved. That's right, Kitty. Now, I just think if you're going to be, if you say, here I am, I'm going to run for Congress, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, then why are you changing your image all of a sudden? Because if who you are and who you said you are isn't good enough to be in Congress, then why are you running for Congress? And don't try to fool me by dressing up as somebody else, and now all of a sudden, oh, look at me, I'm this new person. Okay, that's too fake. Original Constitution said no lawyers can hold office. Now that is all we have, professional liars. Well, Johnny, I used to be a practicing attorney, so not all lawyers are liars, but I get what you're saying. And I do think that more regular people should be in Congress, but I think that you should have some type of expertise. Can't say that because people radically can change. Well, people can radically change. That's right. But overnight, when you want to, cut your hair and change your clothes and try to act different overnight, that's not a change. And I don't know how quickly she changed. I don't know, because I didn't know her before. That's why a certain rock star did not run. He said he would not change the image. There you go. And that's, in a rock star, anybody, for me, if you're running for office and you just say, this is who I am, like me or hate me, just the way I am, I'm going to really pay attention to you. And if it's everything else is right, I may vote for you. Not in deception, Johnny said. But when you go out and you try to change into another person and then say, vote for me, sorry, not doing it. That the rock star, if the rock star had gone ahead and run and we had the same ideologies about conservative values, I would have voted for that rock star. Never heard of her. She has just jumped on the Trump train to make herself relevant. It seems that way, Brolin. Is it Brolin? I mean, that's exactly what it seems like. And that's not good. She's a fraudulent, opportunist, heretic, sad but true. Veritas 93 said. Never thought Kid Rock would run. Yeah, he decided not to run, right, Cully? He said he's not going to run. Kid Rock admitted he just did it for PR. Kind of clever, really. Yeah, kind of ridiculous, though, hidden. I mean, I don't like that. Jesus warned us about things like this. That's right, Kitty. I don't like people using other people to get where they want to go. If you want to say to me in the beginning, if Kid Rock had said, "Look, I want to just use you to get notoriety," okay, at least I can respect that. I may not agree with it, but I can respect it. She really has great charisma. She will likely learn her opinion. Her religion is telling her to. Yeah, I don't know anything about Joy. Knowing what I know right this moment, I wouldn't vote for her. What do you think of Omar running against Maxine Waters? Ruthie, I not so great. Looks suspect to me. Lots of red flags, Jerry said. Yeah. Thought he would, but then he said everyone started telling him he had to do stuff, and he said nope. Huh. Yeah, I just don't like... I like people to be real and genuine. Don't give me fake. Give me fake, we're done. And I think that's the way that we ought to look at our people who are running for office. Don't like Omar. Yeah, Cully. I don't think he has too much of a chance against Maxine, to tell you the truth. I think Maxine has that precinct locked up pretty tight until she, decides to leave. Mad Maxine. Edwin Duarte is a far better candidate than Omar Navarro. And see, Veritas, I'm not hearing that much about Omar, and I live in California. Not hearing that much. I'm not hearing anything about Edwin. I've seen a couple of pictures, and that's about it. Absolutely, we're pushing the fakes out the door. Yes, Chris. Hey, Renee. And that's what we ought to be doing, getting rid of the fake. She has a majority of mega thousands. He's got no chance, really. No, he doesn't. Someone with experience and political savvy would need to run against Maxine. Absolutely, Jerry. And it would take somebody probably from that district, who grew up in that district, who knows a lot of people in that district, who can say, look, Maxine is fakes, and this is why, and then run. But yeah, it would take a very special candidate. So could a miracle happen and he win? Yeah, but you notice he's kind of dropping out of sight. While that's telling, I'll pass it along to Edwin. Yeah, Veritas, it just we're not hearing anything about him, and it's hard in California if you're Republican. I can tell you that right now, for anybody to hear anything about you. So, but really, I don't know anything about Edwin at all. Zero. Maxine is a poster child for mental health, Cully said. No. Was behind Omar early, then he made a lot of mistakes. Truth came out in research. Yep, Barbara, usually does. Again, when you run around with a certain crowd before you start running for office, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, whoops, I better not associate myself with that crowd. Not because you don't like that crowd, but because you think, well, if I associate with them, I'm not going to get elected. Again, fake. Reclaiming my time. That's right, Veritas. She had to reclaim her time and go someplace else. Did you know that Sheila Jackson Lee in 2014 was named the meanest person, and I think, what was the other thing? Show horse in Congress. Her staff thought she was very abrasive, and another one said, allegedly, said that she insisted on being treated like royalty. Not Sheila Jackson Lee, not her. Come on. And Sheila Jackson Lee, I want to know, and this has nothing to do with your race, what were you doing in first class as a congressperson? Get yourself back with either business or coach like everybody else. I don't want to be paying for you on my dime for you to sit in first class. Yeah, that's not good. Wish I could see that person in public. True, thank you. Say it isn't so. I know. Sitting there in first class, I mean, really. Get up, get back with the rest of the people, the common folk. You're not supposed to be in first class when you're a congressperson. And the other congress people, if they're in first class, get your butts out of first class too. And I know, you're so popular you can't sit with everybody else, but you can sit somewhere else other than first class. I can't afford first class. Not many can. Thank God for Mia Love. Yeah. So shouldn't we tell her sit in the back of the Airbus? Pfft, come on, Veritas. Sit on the wing, Marianne said. She can sit anywhere she wants other than first class. She got there in a limo. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. But she cares about the people of Texas, that's for sure. If you care about the people of Texas, then don't take their money by riding first class. Yeah, she had the airline incident because some woman said that she had taken her seat, and the airline said the woman who made that claim canceled her reservation, but she said she didn't. Abuse of our money, yep. I think she demands seafood meals too on flights. Come on, my gosh. Put Congress in the baggage compartment, Punch said. Gotta have humor. Besides, I was invoking your black privilege, Veritas. See, you can do that, Veritas, but I'm not supposed to, right? Please, no fat jokes, right? She can fly in any seat she can afford from her own dime. Well, I don't mind paying for her. You know, as a congressperson, I don't mind paying for her on an airplane because that's everybody else. I would be paying for them too. Well, I don't want her in first class. Hey, Tom, I don't want her or Ted Cruz or Bernie Sanders or anybody else in first class. Never heard of her. Who is she? Oh, that she's Texas representative in Texas, Monique. If you guys could, please retweet this so we're at the we're beyond the halfway point. Hey, Tom, remember when Price resigned for his use of a private jet? Yep. She didn't pay for it. She was upgraded. She shouldn't have even been upgraded. That bothers me even worse. Just say no. Just say no. I'm a congresswoman, and I'm going to travel with the other people here who put me in office and declined to take the seat. We're doing great, Lee. How are you? The lady canceled. How did she check in and get through security? I know, Renee. She thinks she's all that in a bag of chips. Yep. Ever see her question folks in committee? So Kurt. Well, Veritas, if her people that work with her say that she's abrasive, I would not be surprised. My hubby asked how her district keeps re-electing her. Ask that same question about Maxine Waters, you know. Think Cruz has his own plane? Maybe. Why no favors where given? Our Congress people shouldn't be accepting favors from anybody. I try and get upgraded every time I fly. If you ask, dress smartly, it usually works. Well, as long as you're not a political or politician hidden, I have got no problems with that. If you're a politician, I got problems with that. Politicians should not go around acting better, trying to be better, getting more, or anything better than the people that they serve, period. That's my opinion. We didn't put you there to live the high life and drive and fly in first class. Unless you want to pay for it yourself. And then that's fine. Then go first class. But don't accept things. Don't accept gifts and things. That's what, you know, that doesn't look right. What different standards for different people? Yes. Yes, Sample. Different standards for different people. That's right. Our politicians have different standards. Supposed to represent the people. That's right. $174,000 a year plus benefits. That's right, Tom. She can afford first class if she wants it. Corinne Brown was convicted here in Florida. She was Sheila Jackson Lee Light. Yeah, I know. So why would the high performance individuals become politicians then? Because they care about America. Donald Trump cares about America. And he's not taking a salary. The airline is afraid of her because she's caused problems before. I'm sure, Catherine. Too many career politicians. Yes. I think for politicians, 8 years should be it. Get out. Service to country. Right. I think there should be term limits on everyone. Think her upgrade kicked someone who had paid out of their seat. Yeah, Barbara, it supposedly, but then the airline said that woman had canceled her seat, had canceled her reservation. Perhaps he isn't salaried because he has billions. It doesn't matter, Solve, whether he has billions or not. And that's why he's not taking salary. Yes. What's your point? All political parties get favors. You can't get elected without them. Well, then maybe that's wherein lies the problem. Let's see. So why would the high performance individuals become politicians? Oh, that's a bot. The airline is lying. It could be, Renee. The Democrats bend over backwards for illegals but not Americans. Yeah. Here's what Sheila Jackson Lee should have said. You know, thank you so much for offering that to me, but I'm sure there's a veteran on board who would like to take that seat. Please offer that seat to a veteran. How about that? Yeah, and POTUS's salary that he's not taking also goes to charities. Sheila Jackson is a prideful, hateful woman, Josette said. She told him to expect to be treated like a queen. Yeah, she played the race card to divert blame, standard position in the Dem Party, Political said. Las Vegas okay. Congress should have term limits and same laws applied. Yep, the Republicans just gave Trump the biggest pay raise ever. Oh, come on. Sample, please quit being lied to by the left and believing it. You got to do your own research. You really do. Do your own research. Don't just believe what you hear. But don't you agree that couldn't you say to serve the people to all free labor? No. I think again, do you agree that she should have said, offer my seat up there in first class to a veteran or somebody in the military? Don't you think that would have been better? Yeah, I do too. Get off your butt, give it to a military person or a veteran, and take their seat. Yeah, you read the bill. Good for you. You're wrong then. You better go and reread it. You were also given, money back on your tax bill too. And just because you're not rich, it's okay to be rich. Trump doesn't care about the middle class. Oh, please. Doug. Yes, I did read it. Firefighters are, yeah, that too, Lee. Anybody, a Common Core graduate, anybody but her. Steve Jobs, I see your comment about Steve Jobs. Well, first of all, Steve Jobs is dead, but Steve Jobs is not a politician. He can do whatever. I'm talking about strictly politicians. Politicians should not be treated like royalty. Does that make sense? Yep. Let's see. Iran now is stating that it's going to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Palestine. And Politico is also reporting that President Trump has an opportunity in January that he may also. So if you read the bill, what section and line number? You think I went through there and know the section and line number? The only reason you know the section and line number on that tax reform is because you want to make a point about it. Give me a break. Someone would spend years in college just to work for free in office. Well, you're maybe just not that person. Everyone needs to go to watch Mr. Smith and goes to Washington to see it will change you. Exactly, Barbara. So anyway, President Trump has an opportunity perhaps in January to negate the Iran deal that former President Obama entered into. So I don't know that he will, but it's a possibility. Tillerson seems to be the one that kind of keeps him from doing things like that. Yeah, it would be nice, but we'll see. Also, yeah, exactly. Fire wrecks, exactly. GOP and Trump just gave 80% of American financial relief. Exactly, Chris. It's amazing. See, Chris, what happened is nobody in this country has had a tax break. The last time they had a tax break was under George Bush. And I think it happened, one time? And so when somebody gets a tax break in this country, sample, move on. When somebody does now get a tax break in this country, they don't know how to handle it. They're like, oh, wait, I'm getting money back. Hey, Bob. I'm getting money back. That can't be right. There's something wrong with that. Oh, wait, the Democrats said something was wrong with getting money back. And they freak out. And then they start looking at, oh, well, the rich, they're getting more money back than me. Yes, that's true. You know why? Because this isn't a socialist country. It was headed that way under Obama, but it's not a socialist country. And therefore, there are people, hate to break it to you, socialists, but there are people in the United States, some make more than you, some make the same as you, and some make less than you. Just happens that way. Nothing Iran does surprises me. Yep. What's wrong with the rich getting richer? Nothing, Bob. Hey, Nick, if you have the money, use it. I mean, if you don't have the money, that's really, it's a shame. Maybe try to work harder. Maybe you can't, and then you are where you are. You know, would I love to be a millionaire? Yes. Do I think that millionaires are bad people or they shouldn't be millionaires? No. Sorry, I don't. It's called capitalism, and it works. We are not a socialist republic. That's right. Hey, Robin, in the real world, everyone doesn't get a trophy. There you go, Veritas. Oh, God. Bush didn't give tax cuts and then the economy crashed. Oh my gosh. Look, sample monkey, here's what you do. I have a donate button on my website. Whatever you get back, just send it to me. I'll take it. If you don't want it, I'll take it. If you work harder, you could get rich and get bigger tax relief. Just send me your money, tax monkey. Just send your money. I'll take it. I'm working on my second million. I gave up my first. Wow, Tom. And you'll probably succeed. If you succeeded once, you'll probably do it again. Good for you. But anybody who gets a tax break that doesn't want your money, that you're not happy you're getting money back, well, that's Kipper. We think other people's politics is a joke, you know. So just because you think American politics are a joke, what? We don't really care. I remember going to the former Yugoslavia and the staff were just for a change, everyone earned the same. Yeah, well, that's too bad. Hey, Deborah. No, I say I gave up. Oh, you gave up on getting your first. Okay. Now you're working on trying to get your second. Need to rest. See y'all later. Have a blessed day. All right, Kitty. Get well. Sample monkey, just send me whatever money you get back. Send it to me. Just put on my donate button. You know, just press on there. Send it to me. I'll take it. Then you won't have to worry about it. And this is a whole big tax reform. This is nothing that we've seen. We didn't even see this big, a great, what it's going to be under Reagan. This is the best we'll ever have it so far. Unless he does something else to make it even better. Look at England, France, Germany, the perfect political systems overrun by Islam. There you go, politically incorrect. Who is Trump to decide what the capital of Israel is? Trump didn't decide that. Trump just recognized it. God decided that Jerusalem was the capital of Israel. Trump just recognized it. Yeah, I know. Monkey has 13 followers he could send money to. Yep, there you go. Trump didn't make a decision for Israel. I don't live in Kansas hidden, so no, I'm not. Yeah, you can say fools. Companies like Third Bank, Wells Fargo, etc. increase their minimum wage and bonuses due to new tax regulation. Yeah, Congress recognized Jerusalem 20 years ago. Hey, Amanda, good to see you. Am I cool with the rich avoiding taxes and the middle class picking up the slack? Oh, gosh. Sample, you are so far off base. You don't even know. Juan Williams said he will give POTUS 2 lumps of black coal in his coffee for Christmas, even at this time of the year. He's hateful, not to mention Shepard Smith. Yeah, we try not to mention them. Very true, nobody gets a free ride. Sad that there are people who believe they can get everything for free. Can you imagine what our society is going to be like in 20 to 50 years from now, Monique said. No, Monique, I can't. Exactly. Rich pay about 90% of the taxes. Holy Bible's America's blueprint. Thank you, Chris. Sample must be simple. Yeah, simple sample. The lefty delusional thought process. Sample, I don't have time to educate you. Great points. Glad to have found this channel. Thank you, K9R Radio. Juan makes my stomach hurt. You know, Veritas, you know what the cure for that is? Turn them off. Poor can pay less taxes. Yeah, the poor have paid less taxes now for a long time. Oh, really? Ron, it must have been Simple Monkey who did it. He probably doesn't like you to use his name. Okay, let's see. The DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, will teach teachers how to defend against gunmen. They're going to be funding and implementing a $5.6 million computer-based simulation program to teach teachers how to protect themselves and their students in a classroom situation. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, the idea is to get the poor off of welfare and start allowing them and encouraging them to earn money again. Gun Range 101, let's go. Only simulated computer, though, Jerry. Yeah, anyone worried about not paying more taxes, pay all you want. No one will stop you. Exactly. Like, people do not work, get government aid, and get thousands back. How? Yeah. I got a new handgun for Christmas, Rhonda said. Very good. So in Las Vegas, Marianne, listen up. They're going to be adding snipers and extra security for the New Year's Eve celebration there in Las Vegas because of the recent shooting. I know. That's scary, Marianne. That's never been done. Yeah, just stay home, Brandon says. Good idea, Brandon. Hidden, all I know is this: a tax break is going to help everyone. When you give money back to a state, put money in people's pockets, it's going to help everyone. Now, maybe that state and that government run state will use the money improperly, and that's on them, not on the federal government. ISIS, today there was an attack, dozens killed in Afghanistan, suicide bombing attack on a Shia cultural center. Tax breaks help every American. That's right, Big Ralph. 41 dead, 84 injured. Long-term hidden, how can you, I don't understand how you think that you can get money back and it not be a good thing. That money that you can have to put in your pocket, to spend, to save, to do whatever, that's long-term. We have been taxed enough for the freeloaders. Yes, CBS News had a story. Missed that. Russia had one. Yes, Russia had one yesterday in its supermarket. Yeah, we do, Fred. We know everything about what happened in Las Vegas except what really happened in Las Vegas. UFOs, anything else. We know all of that, but nobody can tell us what happened in Las Vegas. And now they're saying it's going to be possibly another year before they can even tell us anything. And even if they do in another year, most likely all they're going to say is, we can't tell you what we found out. So what difference does it make? Nobody is allowed to say what happened there. That's right. Solve every. Exactly. CBS News had 3 families on who all will pay less in taxes with the new bill. There you go, Brandon. Of course they will. Especially if you have kids, you're going to make out like bandits. My gosh. I wish I had a $2,000 deduction per animal. I mean, my gosh. That would be great. There's no guarantee that taxes collected will make it to citizens either. I heard the Las Vegas PD sheriff is resigning. Didn't hear that. Monique said, "What the heck is going on with that? Why or what are they hiding?" I don't think we'll ever know, Monique. You heard that, Catherine? Did you hear that he was resigning, or are you saying something else? Infrastructure bill is next. Yep. Yeah, and it's Mitch McConnell kind of wants to push infrastructure. Marianne, have you heard anything about your sheriff resigning? Monkeys have peanuts for brains or that size of brain. There's no trickling in socialism, Big Ralph said. Yep. See, we've taught people all about socialism because capitalism to them was evil and capitalism to the elites are evil. So now we've got to reteach people about capitalism. So 3 resigned, but not the top sheriff. Did they say why they resigned, Marianne? Because, I mean, 3 resigned, that's a big number. My guess is CIA was selling guns to ISIS, Saul said. Deal failed, ISIS killed the agent and started shooting. So nobody said, okay. Yeah, exactly. Go to Venezuela for a real world lesson. But it's so great there, isn't it, Brandon? Isn't it wonderful? It's just, do you think they gave tax breaks and that's why Venezuela is so bad? Also heard investigators think Antifa may be involved in Las Vegas in some way. I don't see that. But I know. Politically correct, they gave back a tax break there. Libs criticizing tax reductions while supporting big government politicians, of course. It was a beautiful country, Barbara said. We don't know much on facts yet about Las Vegas. It's all hush-hush, yeah. And it's going to remain that way. How you've been to Venezuela and won't go again. Now, maybe people could go to North Korea. I heard that North Korea gave tax breaks, and that's why North Korea is so bad. And that was sarcasm for those who are socialists and don't understand that either. Sean Hannity claims that he's going to expose CNN and NBC in a week. So on Tuesday night, he's going to tell you everything. Yeah, North Korea's handlers to show you the best of North Korea. That's right. Yep, next week, Jerry. Can't believe that would be too much in North Korea that they could even take you around to see. That documentary I saw didn't show too many great places. I'll remain that way until someone blows the whistle or Al Qaeda comes out with evidence that they were involved. Exactly. Good to see Pastor Bill Cloud raising the POTUS as God's man. Mark Taylor, Mike Thompson, Lance Wallano, unknown prophets all say it. God makes no mistake. Exactly. Wonder what he means by that, Hannity. You know, I don't know. Anyone could go to Venezuela and make a fortune there if it weren't for the fact that it is highly illegal. Yep, Spencer. I'm sick of all the reading. Just release the news, Renee said. I know. Hannity needs to stop that. Just divulge it or keep it to himself. I agree, Veritas. This TikTok, I'm going to tell you next week, it's all hype, kind of, you know? And so, teasing, not reading, that's it. Yep. Sean Hannity is awesome, Debbie said. Thinks Saudi and the casinos are involved and it all went wrong, Barbara said. It's for ratings. Yes, for ratings. Because he's still on vacation, right? So he's going to have some ratings. BuzzFeed News fired its White House correspondent on Wednesday after a coworker alleged he sent an inappropriate message. So there goes a BuzzFeed guy from the White House. China, U.S. spy satellites have captured images of Chinese ships illegally selling oil to North Korea on the Western Sea 30 times in the past 3 months. And that's according to the South Korean newspaper. Ship-to-ship trades with North Korea on the high seas are forbidden under the United Nations sanctions adopted in September. The U.S. Secretary of Treasury Department also placed 6 North Korea shipping companies on the sanctions list in November. So Jim Acosta needs to go for any reason. Yeah, China has been taking over the waterways. Yeah, what's the UN going to do about it? The UN's so powerful. What are they going to do about it? President Trump just tweeted out about China. Oh, okay. Well, next week I am doing scope on learning to look 20 years younger really helps. Wow, Barbara, that'll be good. Trump just tweeted, about China selling oil. Okay. UN too busy crapping on Israel. Exactly, Brandon. Exactly. UN, as I said yesterday, tell me something positive, that an accomplishment that the UN has ever made. I just want to hear one or two. It's your PR stunt like Hannity. Sample, you're just like way out there. You've probably come into the wrong scope. We talked about her a little bit. Renee, you might want to go back and kind of listen to that. We have already talked about her. Russia is now accusing the United States of meddling in its upcoming presidential election. So a turnabout. A Moscow official stated that the U.S. State Department's criticism of a ban preventing an opposition leader from running against Putin constitutes direct interference in his electoral affairs. So there you go. The United States is now interfering with the Russian election. UN has made it easier for us to save money. Thanks, Trump, for pulling out some funding. $285 million to be exact, Brandon. Sample needs to sample more education, right? UN is no longer functioning and true to their character. They should be cut off. Yeah, we give about, what was it, $8 billion to them. So $285 million isn't a whole lot. It's a start. Now let's take the rest of it. Let's take the whole 22% that we give them and their budget and pull it out. Yeah, about $8 billion. And so just, go ahead and just, you know, take the rest of it and say you have 30 days to get out of New York and bye-bye. That's what we should do. Exactly. But, for Russia, here's the thing of it. I don't think we should be telling Russia what to do in their elections. I don't care if whatever Russia's doing, as long as they're not killing people and hurting their own people, I don't care what Russia's doing. I don't think it's any of our business what Russia's doing. Would it be better if Russia didn't do that? Yes, I really think it would be. But why do we concern ourselves with what Russia is doing in their elections? So, just my opinion again, but whatever. Great show, Susan. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I'm taking Friday off, coming back on Monday for the new year. Thank you guys for being on. Please retweet this and share this if you will. Disband the UN and audit the Fed. Two things that will never happen. You're probably right, Brandon. Anybody keep getting interrupted while watching this? That's weird, Deborah. Not surprised. Happy New Year to everybody. I will see you back here on Monday. Have a safe and happy New Year. God bless you. Thanks for retweeting and sharing. Thank you for your support. Hey, Chezzy, I didn't even see you. Have a great day, everybody. Happy New Year. God bless you. See you soon. I do this every time. I'm reclaiming my time on my YouTube. All right, guys. I'm trying to leave. I'm trying to leave. How's everybody on YouTube, Las Vegas? Gal, Marianne, how are you? Freebird, hello. All right, you guys. I'm trying to get off of Periscope, but I'll see you later. God bless.